This whole thing is about a lot more than just fitness. You feeling stuck in pain, you feeling in a loop mentally because of it, the way the injury kind of warps your life. It's a really hard thing to teach on because it's a hard thing to articulate, and I only care about it and understand this isn't a matter of just exercises to fix your 10 years of back pain, because I've been through hellish states of existence. And I'm happy to see some of y'all starting to comment that and say you're picking up on the universal application of the long game or some of the just principles that come through. It's not meant to be guru stuff or fake prophetic, words, but truly, you have to understand. If you've been in a loop long enough of being hurt, then it's warping your identity, and then you're battling yourself, and it's affecting emotions, and then you're not sleeping, and then you feel fraudulent, and then you're an athlete who's not even doing sports. And you start getting in this whole torn internal battle. You feel stuck. No amount of just doing back extensions can address all the rest that came with it. It may help parts of your back, but you can keep yourself hurt because you get a little leeway from the structural training that helped your back, but because you feel inadequate, you go rush and you get hurt again. Or you actually get so used to being injured, like me, that it feels unsettling that there's nothing hurting right now. And I'm actually like, when's it coming? When am I about to tear something else? And then I somehow find myself in those situations. Or I eat like shit, or I lose some sleep over whatever else, and then that causes me to feel injury prone. And so it's just, this can't just be about fitness, and people are going to click on the videos with back pain. They're going to click on how to instantly fix my back pain in 30 seconds. I just know what it is. It's okay, because we're blaming pain. But if we truly understand pain is the byproduct, it's actually a really good sign. And this is something I spoke on my story about today. Physical pain, heartbreak, spiritual turmoil, emotional distraughtness. All of these things are very, very painful. And not to sound fake cliche, but really think about it. The fact that you can feel pain on any of those spectrums means you're alive. And as a human, being alive means you have healing potential. You're still here. The equal amount of you feeling that discomfort, say you got heartbroken, you're missing somebody or something, you're heartbroken from sport, you miss soccer so much it kills you. The fact that you feel that tearing apart in pain means you still have a gravitation towards it. You're still here. So you want to be resolved. You are hoping to get pain-free, obviously, right? But we start to blame the pain emotionally or the physical pain of my back really hurts. I'm getting these symptoms of tightness, sensitivity, it's just aching, and I blame it. So the reason I bring this up is the pain is signifying that you're alive and you have a gravitation to get back. That means you're not dead. Dead doesn't mean your pulse stops. Dead means you're apathetic, you're indifferent, you're dissociated. You don't feel your back pain because you got an epidural, but it's still structurally fucked up. Think about that. Would you rather be the person who feels back pain every day and gets the reminder that their back isn't prepared, it isn't protected, it needs work? Or would you rather have the same fucked up back, but you feel no pain every day because you masked it and you lost sensitivity? Which person is likely to hurt themselves more in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? The person who thinks they're fine but doesn't know how bad they are because you masked it. Sensitivity gets described as a bad thing. My back is sensitive. Sensitivity is a great thing to have. It's just when it's only sensitive to negative, it's not a good feeling. You only feel the pain. If you only feel depressed, you never feel joy. It's like, all right, I hate emotions. But if you can get to where you feel depressed, feel elation, and you can have the full spectrum, that's called life. You're alive. Congrats. That's not rock bottom. If you could feel physical pain, that means you can use it to your advantage as a tool and build right under that threshold and work with it. If you keep masking pain because you're blaming that as the problem, you have no fucking chance. You have no compass. Because you don't know what's the right amount. You don't know what's too much. You don't know if it's potent, if it's actually effective. The most potent exercises have to be the one that are the most scary and give you the playing with fire. It's potent, potential to heal, potential to harm. It has to be effective. So if you can't feel anything, you can't work on anything. It's the same emotionally. It's literally the same emotionally. I felt depressed before in life. That wasn't my hardest times. Feeling just a lull, everything's kind of just gloomy, or just I felt sad. I'll say that, extremely saddened. But when I've been depersonalized or depolarization, whatever they call it, where you actually are out of your body, I've gone into a brain fog and psychosis where I was stuck in this dream state of not sure if real life was a literal lucid dream that I had to jump off a bridge to get out of. I lost my mind. For an entire year, I would sit in my body like right now, and life wouldn't feel real. I wasn't in my body. I don't know how to explain it. If you've been there, you understand to different degrees, but being dissociated, it's like zoning out or checking out, but always. That is, in my interpretation, my mind was masking myself so hard because the pain was overwhelming that I had to check out. It's the same thing as physically. I felt so much pain that I had to get a corticosteroid shot. I had to take an Advil. I had to take an Oxy because now I don't feel it. But not feeling it means you're not actually alive. Not feeling the pain that should be there means you are less alive, which means you are headed towards death, which is what dissociation actually feels like. A slow, deadening, deafening trajectory towards decay and death. Pain means you still can feel and interpret sensation, which you can work with. So whether it's emotional, physical, something deeper for you, the very fact that you can feel an excruciating amount of pain, I'm not happy for you in this state, and it's not healthy to always live in pain. But it would be way worse if you felt nothing, because that's hard to get pulled out of. If you're in a lot of pain, hey, we can go get an ice cream and have a chat. And honestly, sometimes people's words, wisdom, scars, their resonance, it actually helps. I can have a good convo, call a certain friend, and I actually feel better. If you feel nothing, there is nothing I can say to you to bring you back to life. I know because I felt nothing. And no therapist, no professional, no neuro, no friend, no family member could bring me back. But God, myself, whatever it was, sent me back into my body and felt centered to be alive again. And I could start to feel good, bad. So I think this topic is very tangible. I don't think it's just feel good and philosophical. I think when you're in the gym, you need to have this sensitivity. You need to feel some hip pain or back achiness and be like, okay, cool. That's not a bad thing. I'm working with that. Because if you felt no pain, that would either mean you're completely fixed, and let's be honest, you just started, you know you're not going to feel like that. Or if you felt nothing, it's because you've masked and you're on a shit ton of desensitizing pain meds. Neither of those are how you rebuild out of this. You got to feel the good and bad. That's your tools to work with. That's how you build. You can't only have the good, I'm sorry to say. You don't actually want that. That's chasing addiction. That is when you're in the dip, you're trying to get out of it. To rush it, you could take something. Even if it's caffeine, nicotine, fill in the "ine", you can find something, you'll be a fiend. And it's going to be like a harder crash. So, all that to say, I'm hoping that if you've been struggling with any range of this, and it's been hard for you to articulate it, understand it, put a name to it, whatever it is, or you've just never heard someone say it, hopefully this reaches something and gives you certainty that, okay, it's actually not a bad thing that I feel whatever array of pain, because I can work with that. That's usable. That's what the long game is about, because if you focus on your long term and your 3-year plan and your whatever delayed gratification process, then you can just view this good day, bad day as data, as reps, you know? Taking a basketball shot, you missed. I'm not mad about it. Now I know I gotta move my elbow a little bit. It's cool. It's all usable. If this is the one shot to win $1 million and you're playing the short game, then yeah, you're gonna be pissed if you miss that shot. That's how we treat today, as if the stakes are all on. But this is a long haul. It's a super marathon. And then when you get that, then you can go for, all right, this is all just for my development. Every day is for my development. Let me find presence along the way. Just laugh at the tough times and just be calmly grateful in the good times. So we got upper body today. Interesting pivot to that. We're just gonna jump into it. But this page, this approach, the training, all of it is rooted in something deeper than just the exercise, because if you've suffered for real, you just know it's bigger than that. It is what it is. I'm gonna contribute to letting people know, train your back. Your spine has muscles. It has ranges. There's steps to do it. But that's only gonna help 10% of people if we can't sprinkle in some awareness of self and pulling people out of dissociation tactics and waking us up a little bit in our own potential as humans. So let's hit the upper body. Trying to open up my chest. It seems ironic because I'm doing chest flies. I promise I'm not a gym bro now. But still using the squeeze and stretch. So I'm going here, cables are cool. So on chest press, there's no tension here. Here, I'm still having to squeeze my chest to close it. I'm really just focused on the shortest range, get a pump, and the shortest range. And then I'm gonna go into Smith curl. Now stretch the sensitive tissues, so that's superset. Squeeze and stretch. Same way I'll do outer hip drop set, strengthen here before I go and stretch it. Chronically tight shoulders and chest, that's what I'm doing for here. Really just focus only the squeeze, not even really stretching on this one. Feels better stretching after I did that squeeze pump. I'm doing the same thing as with squats. Starting to get back to heavier weight so joints feel healthy. You can do high sets, low reps with like a minute, 90 seconds rest. So you gotta be structurally ready to go though. It's not even just shoulders on something like this. I took the backrest out. You think you're strong on shoulder press, do it just seated without backrest. That is spine health. Your trap 3 raise has to be super strong because that's what keeps your posture strong, upright without leaning back, using your chest. And so this give you a back tweak. I'm not saying this is where you jump to at all. We have the Essentials add-on program on the website, shameless plugin. That is the LBA program for people starting out, plus upper body, legs, full body workouts. But with things like this taken out where you can injure yourself not knowingly, the low back gets tweaked in a lot of classic things that aren't even leg days or low back work. So anyways, I work up to like 60-pound dumbbells, maybe 65-pound dumbbells, and literally just do 1 rep. Like 8-10 sets of 1 rep if it feels good. If something feels iffy, then I'll go lighter. But it's how I get used to heavier weight. Low reps, a lot of time under tension, own it. Those eccentric curls might add up. I might be sore in my biceps tomorrow. What's going on, man? Yeah, we're getting there. That's getting weak. Oh, the main thing is just getting to the point where you're healthy enough to push 90%, because muscular strength, neurological strength, doesn't equate to tissue tolerance. During today or tomorrow, how I recover. So right now I feel good. And I've also done this, worked up to where I know tomorrow I feel fine. Sore in the right way, but the toughest battle, you have to do so many seconds on an iso hold, so many reps of body weight until you can do what I did yesterday. Just step to it, but go for a 5-rep max in the back extension. It's not as sketchy as you think. It just feels like it because you can't even imagine bending forward without weight. But you'd be shocked how far tissue tolerance can go, really. But it's an act of faith. There was literally point 6 months ago where I couldn't do bodyweight push-ups. I could do 30, and then my shoulders falling off the bone like some short rib later that night in my sleep. And so now I can go to damn near a 1-rep max on my shoulder press in less than a year. And of course, I'm not saying I have the same shoulders as you, and I didn't have serious injuries, just rotator cuff issues, a little frozen shoulder, capsulitis, inflammation of that. So, but it applies to knees, applies to backs, everything. You don't have to forever do bodyweight back extensions. I also still go back to it and do it. It feels great. That was hard. Let's do another. I don't know why I thought that could happen. Well, you never know. I'm gonna do one drop set, so I'm gonna go something lighter, burn it out. Probably half body weight, 45s. Okay, I lied. 14. Oh my gosh. Ah. These are cool because they really get the stretch. Tricep tendon too. You could overdo it if you go too fast. Too fast, but even if it pulses down here, crazy. Even just holding now. It's pumped up, just hold it. Ugly. Failed. Sorry about the noises I just made you hear. Taking half the weight. Pulses. If you got a sensitive tricep tendon, it can help go lighter, keep the range in that difficult position, go slow, tempo really slow, make it tough. Lean into it. This is also I switched this with pullover because my shoulder's not feeling good this long of a lever. With the pullover, same stretch, less intense with the shoulder, obviously using triceps, so let it stretch you out that way if you feel good with it. Pulses. And then hold right here, active, fight it. As if we're gonna extend, but don't. Oh my God. I'm small by choice, okay? If all I wanted to do was lift and eat and sleep. Once you're not hurt, building muscle is not the craziest thing, and I am in ectomorph. You see pictures of me, 18 years old, 95 pounds. Eat quality, sleep well, push yourself, progressive overload, high intention. I just got robbed. Fortunately, I was done with it. The hard thing is being mobile and strong and athletic and pursuing a sport. That's like, no diss to people getting big. This is me coping with people hating on me for being, look like I don't lift. Posterior shoulder drop set. 30 seconds each. Exactly like outer hip drop set. Sensitive shoulders, can't do external rotation yet without it tweaking. Feeling sensitive later that day, do it without range. Just do the hold. 30 seconds. This was tough, right? Out of the lift. So elbow above the foam roller, hand level with the elbow. Definitely start without weight. This is crazy. I've been doing this for like a year, at least the first step. Can't even get it. Then out. I started bodyweight for a long time, just that first step. Then I started doing 2.5. Use a little place, look for a 1 pounder. But yeah, sensitive shoulders, this is a test you should be doing. 30 seconds each hold. This was just rotation, 30 seconds. And rotation and lift, 30 seconds. And then straight out lift, 30 seconds. Brutal. Crazy pump, shoulders swollen. All on the rotator cuff, rear delt, where it's sensitive and you get tendonitis. Just getting that short range squeeze without range makes it less sensitive. So then you could tolerate something like a direct rotator cuff exercise through length. So here's the squeeze and stretch for the biceps. Spider curl in the short range. It's easy when the arm's stretched out. In long range, really hard to close. Doing 10. Then into the stretch, the long range, incline curl. It's hardest now when the arm's at the stretch, and it's easy when it's closed. So you get the pump, and then you get into this long range, crazy drop set. Well, superset. Oh my God. That's brutal. Same thing here, as high as I can get it. Like a face pull like I did earlier. Make sure you're not shrugging either. Still crazy pump, body weight. Okay, so if you're still here, watching at this point, I want you to leave a comment with nothing else other than, in all caps, long game. Just because I want to know who is watching both monologues. I'm not saying I'm making a preference or I'm going to remember usernames based on this test, but I'm observant. So some people are here just for the training. I'm just curious what people get out of it. Yeah, just comment long game if you're still here. Yeah, I don't got much more to say. It was a good day of training. I'm going to go work on the website now.